Welcome to your Money Monday.
So, Zillow buys ShowingTime for $500 million. Now what? Hey, I'm Rich Motts. Welcome to Money Monday, session 245. You know what's crazy is Tuesday, I recorded a video that said, what are you doing to get your customers back from Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Homesnap, etc.? I released that video on Wednesday, the morning right before they released the announcement that Zillow purchasing ShowingTime. You know, there's a lot of chattering, complaining, moaning amongst agents out there right now saying the sky is falling, it's a monopoly, they own Dotloop and now ShowingTime, what are we gonna do? So Tom Ferry did a superb Facebook Live that really nailed all this. I'm gonna tell you folks right now. Zillow buys ShowingTime, so is it a disruption or a natural move? Is it a data play or not? One step closer to what? I mean, Zillow's a brokerage, they're buying houses, they're selling houses, a ton of people are on their website, they're generating leads, and they buy another powerful asset, ShowingTime. So Zillow is just Zillowing along, Tom says. The big question is, what are you doing? Being nervous is not a good strategy. Being nervous is not a great way for you to generate your life and your business. So just take a step back, assess the situation, and ask yourself a different question. Instead of you asking, what does it mean? And, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What if you ask yourself, how something that actually scares me calls me forth to do more of what I know I should have always been doing? So really think about that, because at the end of the day, you know, let's say Zillow knocks it out of the park and just kills it and does everything that they want to do. What does that really mean? Are they going to have 5% of the transactions in the country? Or 10% would be like crazy if they had 10%. So big deal, right? Remember, there's already real estate conglomerates that have that market share. Whether in their local markets or in national market, they have that kind of share and more. I mean, the fear mongering, the lack of sincerity of us. You know, I mean, let's talk about the US political system for a minute here. You know, with the utmost respect to them, the screaming, the yelling, you know, back and forth amongst them, that is where the fear mongering, you know, the lack of sincerity of us, the taxpayers, they just argue, they scream, this one's better, we're better, yada, da, da, da. So that's pretty much what's going on in real estate right now, you know? I can't believe this company's doing that. I can't believe that company's doing that. And my response is, who gives a crap? What are you doing? What's your mission? What's your vision? What problems are you going to solve for the consumer? What are you going to do? And maybe, just maybe, this is exactly what you needed as a realtor. This last moment of fear for you to say, hey, you know what? I have to build a more trusted brand. I absolutely have to get after my past clients, my sphere of influence, my center of influence, to make sure I bring the most value, staying on top of everyone's mind, doing everything within your power of being in service, right? Because it's just the right thing to do. So maybe you need to expand on having a geographic farm, you know, video content, and drive traffic to web page, landing page, etc. Local Google ads, the best agent in Akron, Ohio. Boom, you should show up on Google business pages, and only 40% of the top realtors have their own Google business page. And the last time that, you know, we checked, Google's a pretty big site. So maybe, just maybe, this is the call to arms. Maybe this will get off your butt to finally see who is my customer, what are their problems, and how am I going to do it in a unique way? How am I going to do it at scale? And how am I going to build my team? So I can actually bring consistent value to my customers. How can I execute my face-off to serve my client and attract more of them to also use companies like Zillow, Realtor.com, OpCity, VIP Room, HomeLight, and everything else? But here's the hook. If you use those companies, never let it be more than 25% of your business. If utilizing Zillow and Realtor.com becomes like 75 to 80% of your business, then then you work for whoever that company is, whether it's Zillow or Realtor.com. So you don't want to turn it around that much. You just want it to be a little section of your business if you're going to utilize those. So whether it's Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, HomeLight, or UpNest, or any of these others, here's what these vendors have figured out: that most real estate agents will not market themselves effectively. They will not make the phone calls that they're supposed to do. They will not lead generate. So they will gladly do this for you because they know they can sell it back to you for 35%. Think about that. The world's always changing. It's business. The world's always adjusting, adapting. There's always a different player coming up and saying, what's the problem? How do I solve it? How do I do it at scale? If you just take some of the concentration that you have and put it towards that, you'll be at a way better place. So what's it going to mean for Zillow? Are they going to cut off everyone to ShowingTime? We don't think so. Probably the only company that should be a little fearful right now is Redfin, who's a true competitor of Zillow. The rest of us are just going to continue to book appointments, sell houses, serve clients, so quit reacting instead of getting calm. The calm person, the strategic person, the person that asks themselves the right question, that's a person that I'd invest in, because that's the one that will look at the situation, not get all freaked out and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what's going on. And either you can do one of two things. You can either say, here's my counter move, or do what I should have been doing a long time ago. So I'm going to go ahead and build that web strategy and landing pages. I'm going to do email marketing because we all know every dollar you spend on email gets you a $44 return. That's a 4,400% return. Build your SMS marketing, your text marketing. Do mail campaigns that start, just start them and do thoughtful direct mail campaigns, which is really killing it right now. And do those specifically to small streets and communities where you have a buyer and there's no homes for sale. Just do it. The thoughtful stuff that we should all do, the brilliant basics. So maybe, just maybe, this is exactly what you needed to get off your butt and do the stuff that you always wanted to do, and do the stuff that you know that you should do. So take that to your alter ego, your Superman, your Wonder Woman, your Aquaman, or whoever, and go do it, really. So, what do we think about Zillow buying ShowingTime? They're just Zillowing along. More importantly, what are you doing? That's the real question. So Zillow will continue to do what they do. Serve clients. The question is, what are you going to do to serve your clients? Create your own brand of trust. Your brand has to be everywhere, right? That's the game. We know it. And, that's again, email, SMS, direct mail, billboard, radio, ads on YouTube, ads on Spotify. You have to be everywhere in your local market at scale. So folks, stop blaming the resources and be resourceful. Take the problem and turn it into an asset. Okay, think about it. That's the game. Go execute, because that's the ultimate degree of separation. So I hope you liked this video. The most important thing that you can do is to actually take action. Okay, so contact me if I can help you execute. All right, I'm Rich Motts, and that's Money Monday. Hey, Zillow bought ShowingTime. We move on. Let's do the right things. Have a great day. See you next Money Monday.